I don't know who needs to hear this. I don't know who's going to hear this. I don't know how far this message will spread. But as an American citizen, I do not want Greenland. And most importantly, I don't care about owning Greenland. I didn't before the Trump presidency. I don't care during. And in 3 years from now, when we're all just in the gulag or we're all just, in the, I don't know, bread lines, whatever Great Depression, war, whatever crazy scenario we're in, I don't care after owning Greenland. Not president, but JD Vance, vice president, was in Greenland for whatever reason, because that's just a hot destination. That's just such a fun place to go to whenever you want a vacation with your wife. Some people go to Hawaii. Some people go to Puerto Rico. If you're really lucky, you might go to Kansas. But if you're JD Vance, you go to Greenland. The reason I'm talking about this is because Greenland was one of the places Trump wants to buy. But why? Why buy Greenland? Like, why? Like, why not just buy the island in the Bahamas? We can all get litty over there. Like, that would be fun. And don't get me wrong, I'm not for the buying of islands or taking away people's autonomy. But where does this... It's one of those things where it's like, where does this help the price of eggs go down? On this episode of me talking about the president, I'm going to ask the question, does this help the price of eggs go down? If the answer is no, why are we doing this? Why are we doing this? I don't think anybody cares about owning Greenland in the United States. Heck, I don't even think people know where Greenland is on a map in this country. And I think that this is just one of those things where it's just people, I think whatever, it's like we're just saying whatever we want. We're just saying this, saying that, threat tariffs, no tariffs, we're gonna get, your car's gonna this, that. But nothing's really going to happen because Greenland is a Danish territory. And Denmark's our ally. We're not gonna, that's why I don't understand this whole, oh, well, Vance went to Greenland and it wasn't, this shouldn't even be news. This is such a non-news story. Because normal people, it's not that we don't care about Greenland as in we don't care about them as people, but they don't care what's good with over there. Like, let them be ice, let them do their thing. I don't know. I don't know what's going on up there. And they don't know what's good down here. Like, they don't really look at it, oh man, well, we gotta keep up with what's going on with America. No, they're not. They're just living their life. I don't know where this stops. Like, I just don't know where this stops. I don't know the next thing he comes up with, or the next thing he comes up, or the next thing he's gonna say, or the next thing. It's one of those things where everything's happening, but really nothing is really happening. Like, let's be real. Because the prices of things have going up, that's been true for the last 5 years. So you can't really say like, oh my gosh, that has changed. Regional wars, whatever, Russia-Ukraine's been going on. The Middle East, whatever is going on, there's always been regional things that rise and fall. So this idea that, oh my gosh, this came out of nowhere, we've got to do something about it. So when I hear this Greenland story, I just hear just more white noise. And I feel like that's a big theme of the next 3 years. And another thing is, it's not even, I actually hate, or not, hate's a really strong word. I dislike talking about whatever is going on with the president or whatever, because I always get this sentiment, maybe this is my intrusive thoughts, that by me criticizing him, I am supporting the opposite side. When, in reality, my politics are libertarian. I want less government. I would love to reduce the size of government. And most importantly, I would love to reduce deficit spending. That's really what I would like to do. But the problem is, if you criticize any of the mainstream, people will attack you of being the opposite, being this, being that. That's not helpful at all. I just want to have a dialogue. I just want to have a one-way conversation where I just spew out propaganda. But I can't, because that's not how things work. We've got a free press where we don't have yet, I don't want to give anyone ideas, where the government doesn't dictate what the media can cover. Like I said, don't want to give any ideas. And with this Greenland proposition, at this point, it's as if, and I think this is of all government, it doesn't matter Democrat, Republican, it don't matter. It's as if when you have a problem, whether it be a hurricane, a fire, or price of eggs, or housing prices, when you have a problem, the last person you want to solve the problem is the government. Because they're going to come up with every solution but what the actual problem is. Because let's say we get Greenland, now what? We're going to increase deficit spending because now we got a whole other territory? Like, how's that going to work? How are we going to integrate some random people up in the Arctic into our society? And the problem with these questions that I'm asking is not only do they sound logical to me, but the problem is people don't care. And when I say people, I mean the president. He doesn't care because the thing is, man's a boomer. He's gonna croak soon. So he can kind of do whatever he wants. He could make a country great. He could also ruin it at the same exact time. But since he's gonna croak soon, he doesn't have to feel the consequences of these actions. Same for most of Congress. Congress is just a bunch of boomers. So they could ruin the country. They don't have to deal with the consequences. They have no incentive to make anything better. So they can run up the deficit 36 trillion, 40, 50. Heck, get it to 100. Why not? I like 100's a nice round even number. Why not get it to 100 trillion? Why not make the dollar monopoly money? And that's what's kind of going to happen over the next few years. And as these things keep happening, I don't know if I'm going to report them. I probably will. I probably won't. But it's like, I don't know where in the real, because we got to wait until after the fact. And it's not even about getting Greenland, but it's after all is said and done, who knows what history is going to say about the last from 2025 to 2029, because that's really a president's range, but it doesn't really matter. Thanks for watching this video. If you liked, my socials will be linked down below and at the end of this video. Please like and subscribe. We'll be back for more. Thank you so much.